right, honey. Our next guest is a choreographer, dancer, and actress. She's one of Hollywood's most well-known exes with a story to tell. Let's welcome Drea Kelly. Let's just get the obvious out of the way. Towards the end of 2021, your ex-husband, R. Kelly, was convicted on all 9 charges by a New York jury. What has been your reaction to this?
I have none, because that was his trial, not mine.
That was his trial and not yours.
Yeah.
Do you regret marrying him?
Not at all. I have 3 beautiful children. To regret marrying, and that's what people don't understand. I sit in a special place. I'm a survivor, and I'm also his ex-wife and the mother of his children. So to regret ever meeting him means I regret my children. I have the best part of him, his 3 kids.
Wow. And I think people in the public eye really don't understand that, because I know that you get held or you go under a lot of scrutiny because, and you still have his last name.
Okay, well, let's make a correction about that. She's about to get real cute with the public.
Come on.
I don't have his last name. It's not like he left me a house, and even if he did and I decided to live in it to the day I die, that is my business. My last name is not a car lease. You don't turn it in at the end of the marriage. My name is Andrea Danielle Kelly, and I earned that name, blood, sweat, and tears. And people should not be worried about why I kept the last name. They should be more concerned about what I do with the last name. Because if my name wasn't Kelly, I wouldn't be on CNN. 2020 wouldn't come and follow me for a day. I wouldn't go to the island of Anguilla and speak about domestic violence and surviving and going through that transition. Because if my name was Jones, let's be real clear, my phone wouldn't ring. It's women going through what I went through right now as we speak, and no one cares because they're not famous. So people try to crucify me for the very thing they're curious about. So don't worry about the last name, worry about what I'm doing with it.
All right, give her a round of applause for that. Now, I had felt that. So we saw you on Growing Up Hip Hop. Do you have any other plans on being on any other platforms telling your story?
I do. Actually, everybody else puts me in a box. I've been in 7 plays, 5 movies. Currently, we just wrapped on 10. Man Robinson Studios, written, produced, directed by, starring Vivica Fox, Clifton Powell, Malik Whitfield, Jess Hilaire. We have a star-studded cast. Just finished wrapping that. About to do Angry Insecure Men again. So I've been doing plays. Actually wrote, produced, and starred in my own sitcom, Penthouse Suites, where I play 5 different characters.
Wait a minute. Come on, for Tyler Perry. You know?
Come on, yeah.
Tyler Perry, Eddie Murphy playing 99 different folks.
Come on, the girl does it.
How did that happen? How did that come about?
Because you know, the first thing I did, actually, my parents said you sit up and dance. So I've been a performer all of my life. And that's actually how me and my ex came together. People just think like, oh, where did she pop up from? The girl was born with the talent. So that's how the worlds even came together. So I've just been walking in my gift, but people kind of, they put that in the shadow because they want to talk about what they want to talk about, but it's something I've been doing all my life.
So you were born a star.
Born a star, honey, yes. Born a star.
Yes.
And for a minute, you know, I let my light, it was dimmed for a little bit, but I found I'm back and she's doing it.
So when you say your light was dim for a little bit, can you elaborate on that just a little bit more? Getting lost
and not knowing how you got there. And I say that we're all trees. Though we're human, we're trees. We're branch, leaf, fruit, root. You have to get to the root of your tree to understand why you bear the fruit that you do. And what was at the root of my tree, my grandfather was a Baptist preacher, and he was the first man I ever saw beat a woman. So domestic violence and keeping it silent was very real to me at a very young age. So God, love, and pain, that's all I knew from a little girl. So you fast forward, you end up in a toxic relationship. It's not foreign to you. That's what you know. So it took a while for me to say, hold, and thank God I have the daddy that I have, because he's the complete opposite of his father. So I had a point of reference of how a man treats a woman, how they talk to a woman, how they care for a woman. So it took a minute, but I know I had to go through it though. I had to go through it.
Wow. Switching gears, there have been many television shows focused on the art of dance. Most recently, everyone is talking about the latest hit dance show, Jocelyns Cabaret. However, people are talking more about the fights than the dancing. As an accomplished trained dancer in the industry, what is your reaction to this?
I really didn't have a reaction. I had more thought and insight, probably because I'm a professional dancer and have been in this business a very long time. My reaction to it is, as Black women, we can't be the prototype of the very thing we hate. So if we don't want us to be depicted as ghetto, loud, ratchet, we can't create TV shows that show us ghetto, loud, and ratchet and then complain when people call us those things. So I feel as Black women, we're more responsible for making ourselves that better image than worrying about why don't they create it. Well, when they create it, if that's what you put out, they can't show a fool and edit a fool if you don't act a fool.
Right.
So we have more control than we really want to take responsibility for. I think that it's really sad that people didn't look deeper and to see for that to happen, there's something deeply rooted going on. First of all, as a woman coming up in the struggle, to treat another woman that way, like I said earlier, we're branch leaf fruit root. We have to get to the root of her tree, the root of why that happens and why she bears the fruit that she does. For the women that were on the show, I would love to work with each and every one of them, being a professional and having a burlesque company to show them what it looks like, how it works, the choreography, the performance, the theatrics, how do you even present a show, and even just being a lady and being demure. Burlesque was actually created for women to be celebrated in their sexuality and to be revered and to be respected. So to see something where it's the complete opposite and we are in control of it, we can't keep saying the white man. The white man did not sit down and tell you to jump across the table, call nobody hoes, slapping people. You chose to do that. And then we complain when opportunities are not put out for us to show better.
Well, I do think that we have been conditioned to think that everyone is going for the ratchet part of television. And I think that the Zeus Network, which I'm not going to badmouth because he is a Black man that's has created a network that's Black owned, Black operated, giving lots of Black people, jobs and stuff. But I do think that, he does have a responsibility, to level the playing fields. I do think that there's so much of that in that space where Jocelyn is. And, this is no shade to Jocelyn. This is no shade to Lemmy. This is no shade to Zeus Network. But we as Black people can't say, which I'm agreeing with you, like we want to look better and then we produce things that, but then the public, it speaks to what the public has been conditioned to find entertaining.
Yeah. And we are held responsible now that we are in positions like, I don't nobody slide in my DMs talking about I got no shade against Jocelyn, Zeus. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm simply saying is we have to show the opposite. There is balance in everything, night and day, hot and cold. So if you're going to show that, because there is an audience, clearly there are people who live that life and they about that life. I'm not talking about them, that is for them. But there's also people in our community who want to see us educated, uplifted, grand, royal, regal, and opulent. So we need to start showing that there is balance in everything. And I don't understand why we are the only community. I have yet to see a trailer park reality show where we show Billy Bob and all the teeth missing and my uncle, my daddy, and we're gonna celebrate it and it's award winning.
You haven't watched Honey Boo Boo?
But again, look how compartmentalized that is. They make sure that we're going to limit because we want to keep the light shining on the positive. We're going to give you a little bit. It's the opposite in our community. We're going to give you more ratchet than we do regal. We're going to give you more foolery than we give you the royal. So that's where I'm saying we have to have the balance, and other communities do that very, very well. We're going to give you just enough because we know it exists, but we're also going to make you pay attention to what we want you to pay attention to.
So if you created a dance show, what would it look like?
Well, I have created a dance show. It's La Belle Jetée Cabaret.
Oh, say it again.
La Belle Jetée Cabaret.
Is that French?
Yes, it is. So La Belle means the beautiful, and jetée, a grand jetée in ballet is a big leap. So I felt like in my life I've taken a big, beautiful leap. So that's why I named it La Belle Jetée Cabaret.
La Belle Jetée Cabaret, yes. Like a grand plie.
Like it's a grand plie, and jetée is a grand leap, a big, beautiful leap. And that's what my life is. It's a big, beautiful leap of faith. And I created it because I wanted people to really see the opposite. When it comes to Black women, we're celebrated as far as our bodies. People emulate us. They go get our lips, our hips, our butts. But then we're not celebrated when it comes to our sensuality and our sexuality. We're dumbed down to ratchet, twerking, and nothing against strippers. I believe that there's a place for everything. Get your money, honey. But I'm just saying, let's show the opposite. Let's have balance.
Yes, I am in total agreement with you with that. You know, total agreement.
Yeah, and it's a sexy show. When I tell you, it's sexy.
Where is it? Where is the show?
So we're launching here in Atlanta, but the big vision is eventually getting to Vegas and opening a show. I've been to every show on the Strip, not one with women of color. And there's tons of burlesque shows, not one with women of color. And the last time we had one, it was Lola Falana in the 70s, and that's stupid.
Wow.
Yeah. So my thing is I pay homage to these women who did not get their flowers, and I want to carry that torch for Lola Falana, that it's like she was called the Black Goddess of Vegas, and people don't even know that, which is sad. So that's what I envision. Listen, we're going to come in and we're going to raise the bar. You're going to have to come up to La Belle Jetées standard, because let me tell you one thing we are going to do, baby. We're going to twerk, work, ballet, and grand jeté all at the same time.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I've heard about your speaking tour and motivational speaking. What inspired this new journey you're on, and what topics are you discussing?
My children. My children. When I say I stand on their shoulders, like I want to be them when I grow up, knowing everything that I went through, I've always wanted to be a living example for my children. And I told them, honey, you can lay down, but you can't stay down. The only time you're going to see me lay down and never get back up is because I'm in a casket and I can't. I will get up every day and face this world for them, because I have to be the living example of, listen, your pain is your power. That is your fuel. You use that to burn longer, burn stronger. You face this world 10 toes down, head up. Listen, I'm ready to do this thing because they're watching me. I can't tell them, oh, go after your dreams. You got to face the world. It doesn't matter what people say. And then I go crawl under a rock and die. And I wanted women to know, listen, you don't have your voice right now. You feel powerless, but I'm the power for the powerless, because I know I have a platform and I know that this name gets things done. So for those women who feel like no one's listening, no one cares, Drea cares, I'm gonna be your voice. In those moments when you feel like you can't speak, I will speak. Nothing's gonna shut me up. No one's going to scare me out of this position, because some people are chosen for things and some people choose things. God chose me for this, so I'm ready.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Yes, God. All right, now before we go, I'd like to ask you, what else are you currently working on?
Oh, that girl will soon be a published author. Yes, I'm doing some quickies. Yes.
Wait a minute, what kind of quickies?
I'm doing some quickies. Because we live in a world, you know what? This is what I hate about healing. People teach healing that it's downward dog, namaste, burn some sage, and you all right. That's a bunch of BS. The realness about healing is sometimes it's in the dark with your mascara running and asking God, why did I wake up this morning? So I want people to know the real parts of healing. I want them to know that you're going to go through that phase. From a caterpillar to a butterfly, you must be in a cocoon in the darkness all alone with God. And that's a part of it. I want people to know too, your past pain is not a justification for your present misery. And that's a mantra I created for myself, that it's okay. Whatever you've gone through, it's here to build. It's here for someone else. It's bigger than you. So continuing my tour, I'm looking to shop my talk show, because I think we need some healing in this world. And after COVID, a lot of us had to deal with us, and that was scary.
Yeah.
And now we're just out here in this world with all these emotions and being triggered, and we don't know what to do with it. Continuing to act. I have Hemi Rose, which is my son is actually wearing some of the pieces right now.
Hemi Rose.
Hemi Rose, yes. So I do a hematite jewelry line, and it's rose gold. I have pewter, and it's also an apparel line. People don't know I've been in fashion design since I was in the 6th grade. So I got many things going on.
You're a woman. You're a multifaceted, beautiful black woman. Yes, multifaceted, beautiful black woman.
From the South Side, and I don't play.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Drea Kelly, and I'm so excited. You have something for us special tonight.
I do.
You got a special performance.
I do.
So, FOXSOUL, Maddie Mob, Soulmates, please, you don't want to miss this. Stay tuned. We'll be back with a special performance from Drea Kelly. I love you for real, in the words of Monique. See you after the break.